Everyone needs a little Mozart in their life. I mean, who doesn't love the classics? And what better way to experience the beauty of 18th century polyphony than with a big group of people all huddled together breathing on each other? That's right, I'm talking about choral music. Everyone's favorite acoustic petri dish of mouth-dwelling bacteria. It's the fanfare of phlegm, the symphony of saliva, the bread and butter of airborne illness, the cesspool of incessant sopranos spewing diphthongs and consonants onto the necks of unsuspecting altos. And because that's all disgusting and totally undoable, I had to be creative in assembling my choir. So I put together a group of my favorite people. Me! It was actually pretty easy. I just had to brush up on my Latin, find some cool-sounding drums, and transcribe an entire orchestral score. Once I got all the fancy notes into my fancy music machine, I strung together some boots and cats and recorded each of the vocal parts. Oh, and did I mention that I don't actually have to sing notes because I've got a bushel of infected mushrooms to do it for me? Yes, you heard me right. Infected mushrooms. 8 of them to be exact. It's pretty cool. You can sidechain any audio signal into the plugin and it'll follow the MIDI information you've input. Wow, 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 wow. It's not exactly a vocoder, but it more or less fulfills the same role. So, sorry if you were looking for something a little more vintage. I used a clickbaity title to try and get more likes and subscribers so that I can make more. And after I finished summoning the Dark Lord with an ancient text about death, it was time to sculpt the sound of my choir. I wanted each voice to have a distinct timbre, but also be able to blend with the other voices. You know, like an actual choir.
Dies Irae. In favilla. Quantus tremores in favilla te. Quantus tremores.
For the arrangement, I ended up not even using the full orchestral parts and opted to instead cannibalize the piano reduction. I wasn't exactly thrilled with how everything came out, mostly because I realized how much orchestral music does not translate well into EDM. I think it's because EDM is characterized by a distinct single synth melody over a pulsing bass, maybe some subtle pads underneath, and then that familiar 4-on-the-floor pattern that makes people in Berlin say, "Oh yeah,
it's so good. Cool,
it's so
yeah. Oh yeah,
having fun." Orchestral music, on the other hand, is a little more about blending multiple instruments with their respective melodic content into a unified sound. Things like strings, brass, and winds work in a polyphonic texture that creates momentum and inner movement. The more instruments you have, the bigger the sound. However, I found that if you apply this same idea to EDM music, it pretty much does the exact opposite. Listen to what I mean. It kind of just sounds like a flock of pigeons taking a dump. Once I got the arrangement put together, there's not really much to do except add some swooshy wooshy white noise, a couple of drum fills, and enough automation to make it feel like you actually did something. Let's check out the final result. you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please consider liking, commenting, subscribing, all that good stuff. I enjoy making these, and I hope you enjoy watching them. So, see you in the next video.